Hey, are you thinking of ways to get your girl pregnant? That's awesome because today we're talking about 8 things you should know before you do that. Hi everyone, it's me Uncle Cheung again. Today is a very special day because it's the first time that I sit here and talk directly to you. Okay, just to clarify, I'm not talking to you about how to get a girl pregnant. What I want to talk to you about today is what you and your partner should know before you plan to have a baby. If you watched the first 2 videos on my channel, you probably know that Auntie Cheung and I are planning to have a baby soon. But there's one thing I should tell you about. Auntie Cheung and I are not even married. Yes, we're not married yet. And what our plan is that we'll get married in 2019, we'll plan to have a baby in 2020, and hopefully the baby will be out in 2021. I know what you're thinking about right now. Yes, it's very optimistic. But well, why be pessimistic in life? So a lot of friends have been teasing us about being such early planners. But yes, we plan early because we love kids and we believe that having kids will move our lives to the next phase. So basically in this process, we learn about things that we should get ready before becoming a parent. And here are the 8 most important things that I want to share with you. So here we go, let's do it. Whoa! So number 1, we should talk about what it means to become a parent. Being a parent is a lot of responsibility. But even an organized couple like us, we actually never talk about what it means about being a parent. So the other day, we took a morning walk around our home and we actually talk about our expectations about being parents. When we say expectation, what we mean is what kind of parents do we want to become? So Auntie Cheung and I agree that we don't want to be tiger parents. We want our kids to have some free time to explore what they're interested in. The second thing we talk about is our priorities. What is the most important thing when it comes to raising a kid? And the last thing we talk about is what our fears are. Is it changing diapers? And to be very honest, my biggest fear is feeding the baby because it looks like a very slow and tiring process and you sit there for 2 hours just to feed the baby. So we got this out our chest and I find that Auntie Cheung and I actually have a much better understanding after this talk. Whew! Alright, number 2, which is get off the birth control pill. So if you're planning to have a baby, you need to stop taking the birth control pills about 3 to 6 months before you try. And this is because we need to get the hormones level back on track, and this will adjust the period cycle back to normal. We can accurately calculate when the ovulation is and when to engage. Alright, coming back, number 3 is to cut down on partying. Well, maybe I shouldn't say partying because it really comes down to 2 things. The first one is drinking. Okay, for guys, it's known that excessive alcohol can actually hurt your sperm count. But some doctors say that 1 to 2 drinks a day is actually fine. Well, 1 or 2 drinks a day means 14 drinks a week. That's quite a lot. I mean, if you're drinking that much, you're probably an alcoholic. So the second thing is smoking. And if you're like me, who used to go party a lot but not anymore, you take in a lot of secondhand smoking. And smoking can really affect the quality of the egg and the sperm. And in the serious cases, it can even lead to birth defects and even miscarriage. So what did I learn from this? I learned that when you're trying to have a baby, the man should cut down on drinking. But then once your wife is pregnant, then you can drink a lot. Woo! And by that time, your wife would probably hate you a lot. Boom! Number 4. Number 4 is to cut down on your caffeine intake. Well, this is pretty good for me because I don't even drink coffee. Woo! Oh wait, this is not a point for you, this is for mom. Studies show that too much caffeine can trigger miscarriage. And some people could be quite naive, thinking that caffeine comes from coffee, but it actually also comes from tea, soda drinks, energy drinks, and even some pain medication. So some doctors are playing it safe and say that you should avoid all the caffeines. But some doctors say that a little bit like 100 milligrams a day is fine. So it's really up to you to decide what you want to do with that. Alright, number 5. Oh, I like this one a lot because from a guy's perspective, who doesn't like to have a wife in good shape? So number 5 is to lose some weight. And for that, we use a metric called the body mass index. So for a woman who is planning to have a baby, the ideal body mass index is between 18.5 and 24.9. When you're under 18.5, you're underweight. If you're higher than 24.9, you're overweight. So what's the best thing about losing weight before you have a baby? Well, I have a really convincing answer, which is it's easier for you to get your body back. Alright, coming up number 6. Number 6 is a very big topic because it's about supplements. And I just feel like I need to do another video on this because there's so much to talk about. So today, let me just get through 2 basic supplements that I would like Auntie Cheung to start taking. Folic acid is like the superhero in pregnancy. It plays a very important role in the important role in the production of the red blood. It plays an important role in the production of the red blood cells and helps your baby neural tube develop into the brain and the spinal cord. Oh my god. Any woman thinking about getting pregnant in the next 3 to 6 months should consider taking 400 micrograms of folic acid every day. So, where does folic acid come from? You can get folic acid in dark green vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and okra, and some citrus fruits and juices, and avocado. Alright, another very important supplement is vitamin D. Vitamin D keeps the bone, the teeth, the muscle, healthy. All women, including pregnant and breastfeeding women, should take 10 micrograms of vitamin D every single day. So where does vitamin D come from? Oily fish, red meat, and eggs. So number 7 is to think about our jobs. A lot of people actually quit their jobs once they are pregnant. Auntie Cheung, please don't do that. What I learned about this is that it might be a good time for you to switch your jobs if you're unhappy before you have a baby. Okay, now you're thinking, Uncle Cheung, why do we do that? Because according to the Labor Department of Hong Kong, you need to work 40 continuous weeks before you're granted 10 weeks of maternity leave. And what that means is if you want to move to a new company, you should do it 40 weeks before you have a baby. What if you have not worked 40 weeks? Well, you can still take your maternity leave, but it will be unpaid. And yes, the good news is that Hong Kong is planning to change the maternity leave from 10 weeks to 14 weeks. But it's for the moms. What about the dads? What about the dad? Well, of course, every country is different, so make sure you check with your labor department. Okay. Actually, it's a good time to think about how your current job fits into the picture when you have a baby. What are the working hours? What is the flexibility? What is the long-term job prospect? And if you want to see whether this company is a great place to be when you have a baby, you can start by looking around your colleagues and see if there are people who have a newborn baby and are actually still enjoying the time. If they are happy, this might be a good company to stay. Alright, so point number 8, which is the last point today, is Auntie Cheung and I are actually going to talk to our mom. This is a point that I don't find a lot of people talking about, but I personally feel that it is very important because our moms experienced it all when we were young. And the fact that we're all grown up and we're healthy means that they did a good job. So I'm definitely going to talk to my mom. I basically talk to my mom about everything. I love you, mom. Oh, my mom doesn't understand English, so oi lei mama. And this one guy who we all know also agree with what I just said. And now you might wonder why we don't ask our dads. It is because they don't even remember what happened last week. So I know this is a very long video, but if you stick till the end, thank you so much. Your support is my motivation. And if you like this type of video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment below about what you think about it. Thank you so much. I'll see you.